going to open special courts for immigration. Migrants were applying through court in emergency conditions, and these cases were increasing in recent months due to long delay of migrants cases in AIMA and immigration department. So migrants were hiring lawyers and they were going to the courts and they were getting very good fruitful results, especially 90 days result, 60 days TRC result of Portugal's law was first highlighted by judges of the court. And now currently new government and AIMA, even Supreme Court judge clearly wrote that AIMA is bound to give TRC card, first TRC card within 90 working days, and the renewal of the TRC card within the 60 working days. These developments are very crucial. I think in this 1 month, so much developments in immigration in Portugal took place that it's very difficult to cover all news of immigration of Portugal. Now Supreme Court just days back announced, gave notice to AIMA that you have to give cards well in time. And after that, today it's a new announcement that we are going to open special courts, and those special courts will carry on migrant cases only, and those will be fixed for migration. I will analyze this news. First of all, I will tell you that why Supreme Court gave notice to AIMA to give the cards well in time, because a lot of migrants were approaching to the court, and when migrants were going to the court, the courts were not able to handle other cases of the justice, and those cases were disturbing the other cases, and court judges schedules were disturbed, demolished almost, because migrants, so many cases were in the court to decide. Judges were not taking much time in decisions because they were following Portugal's law, and they were writing straightforward that Portugal Department of Immigration is bound to give TRC card within 60 days and within 90 days according to laws. These are sentences written in the decisions of the judges. Therefore, Supreme Court noticed AIMA that why we will write these sentences in all cases, why not you correct little bit yourself and you don't compel migrants to the court, go to the court, and it's huge pressure on the court on just these issues of issue of TRC card in time to please follow Portugal's law. And this is the notice to AIMA, and it was asked to AIMA that you will not delay future cases. Current cases definitely, due to some reasons, AIMA is unable to solve, and it is told by Supreme Court that in future when person gave biometric after 90 working days, you have to give his TRC card or you have to refuse him. You have to give him decision. Similarly, when the person is coming for the renewal of the TRC card, you need to tell clearly within 60 working days you are renewing TRC card or not, with the justification and with the reasons. That is one of the main reason the AIMA is giving falta and controller right on spot at the biometric. Some migrants were very astonished that we just gave biometric and they refused us and they told us to bring this document, because the reason is that now the Supreme Court pressure on AIMA is obvious, and when they will issue falta, controller or any document to the migrant that you have to bring this document, this document is less in, and we are not able to process your application until you will not deposit. They can show to Supreme Court if the Supreme Court once again gave them notice why you are not giving card in 60 days. So in that particular case, they can inform Supreme Court. During biometric, we gave this controller that document was not complete, and we will count the days when we will get the document from the migrant or from the applicant. These current decision of opening special court, it's very good for migrants in the sense that migrants cases will be decided little early. I think this is also a new step of new government and the Supreme Court and the judges and the Justice Department to facilitate the migrants of Portugal. So all things are going in favor of migrants and in disfavor of the migrants. But this decision to open the special courts is rightly in favor of the migrants. When they don't get answer from AIMA, they become very anxiety individuals, because normally in other immigration departments, like European countries, developed countries, their status being told on website, they are being informed when they will go to embassies or their departments. But especially in this case, AIMA sometimes is unable to respond to individuals. Even they approach AIMA desk and they become very disturbed what is the status of our case. And when the long delays are there, the migrants compelled to go to the courts. And when they go to the courts sometimes also delay due to the several other department cases, because this is not the only department immigration cases in the justice department. In the Supreme Court and the other courts, there are other cases which are main cases of the countries are also in the same court. So that's why now Supreme Court ordered and new government ordered, we are going to announce. They did not order yet, sorry, they had planned, they will announce, and new government is going to announce in the coming days, and they are planning to open the special courts for migration. And what is the advantage of this special courts? When migrants will go to these courts judges will be trained to decide about immigration cases, and they will be aware of all current immigration rules of Portugal, and they will not waste time. Normal other judges definitely are handling other cases as well, therefore their thinking, their ideas will be other cases as well. In this case, only the immigration judges will be appointed, and those will be fixed to decide only the migrants cases. It will put pressure on AIMA as well, because when immigration courts will be on, and these courts cases will be directly proportional to AIMA, as the Supreme Court told that you have to follow the rules and regulations of Portugal's law. And if the immigration courts will receive more cases and more migrants will go to them, definitely Supreme Court has a very special check on AIMA. And that current notice is example that in which they are asked that we are checking you, we are analyzing you, if you have huge backlog of applications, solve your issue and follows Portugal's law. I think closing of the file locking is also stitched with these all decisions, because when AIMA cases were delayed, there were so disrespect of Portugal in all over the world that one person is not receiving card in 1 year, and even their standard time is 60 days. So therefore government also thought that we have to solve this issue. Until that, we have to close the file, and the new immigration plan in which they can follow Portugal's law in amicable way, that is really awaited by the migrants and the lawyers. Keep watching World Immigration News by Irfan.